All right, well, 6:05. President Biden announced sweeping new restrictions on immigration this week through executive action, which would block a lot of migrants from entering the U.S., while some Republican lawmakers from the Lone Star State question why it took the president this long to address. Well, Texas Today reporter Mike Rogers joins us live in the studio to break down what this means as U.S. Border Patrol. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Yes, the latest executive action the president signed would allow Border Patrol agents to quickly deport migrants entering the country without an asylum appointment, and comes as the weekly average of illegal daily entries at the U.S.-Mexico border exceeds 2,500. The president's own baseline for this policy to take effect. Under the new policy, after 7 consecutive days of more than 2,500 apprehensions, migrants claiming asylum will be turned away. The U.S. will only start accepting them again after 14 straight days of 1,500 apprehensions or less. Unaccompanied children will be exempt. According to the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, the weekly average of daily entries sits at around 3,800 as we approach an election year. President Biden said inaction by Congress forces hand. Republican Senator Ted Cruz raised questions over what took so long for Biden to act on such a pressing issue.
When he signs this executive order, the only question anyone should ask is, why didn't you do this in 2021? Why didn't you do this in 2022? Why didn't you do this in 2023? Why didn't you do this last month or the month before or the month before? How many dead bodies is enough?
And fellow Texas Republican Senator John Cornyn called the executive order a, quote, shell game ahead of the 2024 election.
They've opened the front door, and when the room gets too crowded, they open the back door. And it is a shell game. It is a shell game. They are not serious about it. This is a conversion based on the proximity of the next election and sinking poll numbers.
And in his statement, Texas Governor Greg Abbott says the state will be adding, quote, even more miles of razor wire barrier, more miles of border wall, and more National Guard presence at the border. The Department of Homeland Security says there will be exceptions for swift deportation for unaccompanied children, people facing serious medical or safety threats, and victims of human trafficking. And while the move drew praise from mayors across the Texas border cities, the American Civil Liberties Union says it would sue the Biden administration over the decision, guys.
Okay, Mike, thank you. A lot of good information there. All right.